Hi, my name is Sakine. I'm the founder of Tax Formations, which is a tax consulting firm specialized in entity and transaction structuring. Today's video is a high-level overview of the taxation of an SPV or special purpose vehicle. So, SPVs are created to isolate financial risk. And basically through investing in a specific type of transaction or a specific business. So, in the event that a larger maybe venture capital firm would like to not intertwine a specific type of investment with its other investments for liability purposes, they'll create an SPV. So recently, I had a client create an SPV in order to invest in a crypto business uh, as the venture capital firm felt that the crypto business was a bit risky, uncertain, and as a result, they felt an SPV was appropriate. So, taxation of an SPV. In an SPV, you have limited partners and a general partner or general partners. Now, an SPV is generally structured as a flow through entity, a partnership. This means that the character of any income received from the underlying investment flows through to the partners in proportion to their proportionate share of ownership interest in the underlying asset. So, for example, if the underlying asset is earning interest income, that the character of that is ordinary income, tax at ordinary income rates. And that would flow through to the LPs, and they would have to pay tax on any interest income received at ordinary income rates. In the same way, if the underlying asset were to sell stock, that would be a capital gain. So the character would flow through, and the LPs would be paying tax on their proportionate share of the gain from the stock at capital gains rates. Um, this can have advantages and disadvantages, this flow through characterization treatment. But overall, flow through entity generally pays less tax than a corporation. And SPVs have found that a partnership is the best structure for them, generally. As far as the GPs go, generally GPs tend to earn carry. Carry can be in the form of carried interest. There's all different types of carry. But carry is basically a percentage of the return of capital returned to the limited partners. So, for example, if um, if part of the LP's investment is actually returned to them, they aren't receiving income off of their investment. They're actually receiving a return of that investment. That's called return of capital. When LPs receive that, they are not subject to tax. You never have to pay tax when something that you invested is returned to you. That's not income. But the GPs will use that as kind of a benchmark, and they will pick a percentage and say, whenever capital is returned, we get X percentage of the capital returned as carry. And that's kind of how GPs get paid. And they might, of course, get paid in other ways as well. But this is especially for GPs, the opportunity to earn carry. Uh, and something that is awesome about carry is the character. There is no flow through character because it's not something that is earned as a result of income. Um, and the IRS taxes carry at capital gains rates, which is awesome for GPs. They love that. So recently, back to my recent SPV client who was investing in a crypto business. Um, he was looking to understand the character of certain income that was being received because he needed to understand how to characterize it so that he could tell the LPs how it would be taxed. So, one thing in particular that kind of threw him off was this crypto business was airdropping free tokens to investors in order to thank them for their investment. Now, these free tokens were valueless and had a zero cost basis. Um, so my client was asking, does this constitute income when these investors receive these tokens with a zero cost basis? Well, the truth is, this particular fact pattern has not been directly addressed by the IRS because crypto is so new. However, based on my foundational understanding of the tax law, I know that something that is given, which is valueless, cannot possibly be taxed because there's nothing to tax. So I knew the answer was those airdrop tokens are not taxable income to the investors. However, I wasn't really sure exactly how I would prove that because the crypto law is so undefined. So, in crypto areas, which I can get into in more detail in another video, uh, whenever you're attempting to determine characterization of something that really hasn't been addressed yet thoroughly by the IRS, I recommend that you use your general tax law understanding of the foundational principles. Oftentimes, you can reach the answer based on those alone. And then you go back and you search for IRS guidance, which will support what you know the answer to be. That's just kind of how I handle crypto questions, which I very much enjoy because I love working with gray areas of the law. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to discuss further or have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My information is in the description box below. Thank you.